believe we've used DoorDash, but I... Alright, you guys, what's up? Welcome back to another live stream. I'm jumping on here a little bit early tonight. I couldn't hardly wait. I have been wanting to play Minecraft all day. It's been a long day. I'm so glad that it's over. I did have a chance before dinner to do a video walkthrough of my house right here, and I'll be releasing that video tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. But in tonight's stream, I am going to be building another beach. So I'm going to go to the one we built last time, but I'm just going to fly there. I'm not going to go through the streets. I'm going to go over here where the other beach is and show you what I'm talking about. So also, you guys check out my shorts video that I released earlier. It's a walkthrough of a diner, a Norm's Diner. So it's a diner chain out of Southern California, and yeah, it just has kind of cool architecture and stuff. But anyways, this is the beach that I worked on last time, and it goes all the way around. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out, but this is what I'm going to be doing today, but down in Al Costa. So let's go ahead and let's go along the coast to get down there so you guys can see a different part of the Hyperion Empire. I love this pool right here. It's cool. Like I said, Delray is, I mean, I've said this in other videos, Delray is going to be a very nice little suburb. Oh, that's why it's so slow. I realize I can't have the render distance that high when I stream. It's just too much for my computer. I gotta monetize you guys on YouTube, so then I can use that money to go buy a computer dedicated to streaming. And it has to be a Mac. I know. My friends give me crap all the time because I am a Apple guy, but I'm just so entrenched in the Apple ecosystem at this point that it would just be a pain to try to do anything else. And I will say with like Minecraft, it's nice that like I do it on a laptop because I can take it with me and go, you know, I don't have to be home to be on it or stream or whatever. So like there's been times I've been on like a road trip with my family and I will be playing Minecraft in the back seat. Like I have a special adapter that, well, at least in the older cars, the newer cars like actually have outlets in them, like normal like indoor outlets. But before, my parents had a car like that, and I would go on road trips with them and stuff, because we still, even though like I'm an adult, we still go on family trips all the time. Like it's just our thing. We've been doing it for my whole life. But I would have a special like thing to plug in to the charging port and it would convert so I could plug in my computer cord. And I remember one time driving to Florida, and I remember we had a day that was super long, so I built like an interchange and like all this stuff. By the way, I just realized I got distracted. I was meaning to follow the coast, but technically I am, kind of. So this is a bay right here. I need to, like, name this bay. I don't know. That's a problem for another day. But this is a project I'm going to work on soon a lot. Or this, like, build a house right here on this lot. I'm going to build potentially a walking path over here to connect. I don't know. We'll see. Let's stick to the purpose of this video today. So, ideally, there is going to be a beach along here eventually, but not yet. But today, the focus is to do this right here. So where this jetty sticks out, the goal is to build a beach all along here. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's see here. Okay, I just need grass and sand, and I'm going to get the like initial outline. I want it to be a pretty good sized beach. So like kind of like reshape the coastline a bit here. So let's see. Okay. I just want to see how close I was getting to this wall here. Let's see. Okay, this is... I want it to have like a general... I don't know, I want it to be... I pretty much want it to be like irregular, so like I don't like that. I want the beach to be... So here's what I'm going to do. You just have to go crazy. Like it looks bad at first, but it actually will make your coastline look a lot more like realistic if you just kind of go crazy with this. And I'm not going to monitor comments tonight because I just want to build and I'm exhausted. So if there's anyone commenting, I will respond when the replay is posted. Oh, this is going to be a big job tonight, you guys. I don't know if I'm going to do all of it. Let's see. It's where I am. It's 8 o'clock, so I don't know. I'm tired after working 2 other jobs and going to the gym, and it's just a lot. So I don't like this right here. I want the beach to be further away from this wall. In fact, I don't like that at all. Okay. Yeah, it's all this stuff, like I've talked about in previous streams. It's doing projects like this that I miss MC Edit, even though, like, I don't know. But see what I'm saying? You guys see how that looks like kind of irregular, and it just looks, at least to me, it looks more natural. So that's why I just kind of do whatever. Okay, this needs to be, the goal is to have the end of the beach like touch the end of that jetty there. So gotta go like this. You know what? That's good enough. Okay, so essentially what I have to do now is fill all of this in, which is going to be so fun. So, like I always say, you guys, my live streams are not meant to be exciting. It's literally just gameplay. So, if you want exciting videos, go to my shorts, go to my normal videos, and that will be a lot more entertaining, I'm sure. But if you want the nitty-gritty of the builds, with me just blathering on and on, then, you know, this is the place for you. Okay, I actually want to grab my phone so I can monitor the comments. Oh, it's actually right here. Let's see if anyone's saying anything. Yeah, just as I suspected, not a soul. So I'm not going to monitor. Like I said, I'll respond if you want to ask a question when the replay is like posted. You guys, this is a project that I have been wanting to do for so long because I use this road up here to get to my house all the time, like from over there, and it's just, this is going to be great to have a beach to look at on my way home. Again, I know it's a game, but we're having fun. At least I am. And I'm content with that. So now the goal is to fill in this level. And you're probably like, what is this guy doing? I thought this was a beach. Why is he using grass? There's a reason why. It's because the grass falls down, and yeah, it's just, that's the best way to explain it. So if anyone's watching, I am doing this beach and I already made a mistake. Wait, am I? No, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm tripping here. Hold on. No. No, this is right. Yeah. Never mind. It's been a long day, and I thought I was messing this up. So I'm just gonna do this section by section. So I'm putting this grass down because to build this beach, you gotta have a base. So otherwise, the sand will just, you know, fall like that, and I don't want that. Hello, dog and Mr. Cat. Thank you for your comment. I didn't see it until you left, so I apologize for not responding. You guys, I'm gonna bring up my phone so I can monitor the chat. Hold on. Okay. Now that I'm monitoring, I just know that no more. Okay. It scared me. I thought a piece of grass jumped up. I'm trying to put a piece of grass when he... Okay, there we go. And now he's just going to go right back into the water. You know, one thing that I don't understand that used to not be a thing in Minecraft at all is, like, when I'm building somewhere for a while, like, a shepherd man and llamas or something appear, and he has them on, like, a leash. I don't know what that's all about. Do you guys see that? Not right now, like I don't see it now, but I see that sometimes when I'm building a lot in the same spot. It's just a weird little nuance that I've noticed in Minecraft. You guys, I absolutely despise when it starts raining when the sun's about to come up. Because, again, I know it's just a game, but I like mornings in Minecraft. I think it looks pretty, especially here because it has like this tropical island, coastal beach vibe. So it feels like a vibe. So far, this is actually not too bad. This is why I like to block off and just do a section at a time, because it's really not that bad if you... The key is to section, like, the beach off. Okay, so create, like, the outline and stuff, and then create your different levels, and then section each area off and do that, and square off each section. So the ideal thing is to get it to this, and then hopefully, and then you can just very quickly and easily fill everything in. Okay, I just have to enjoy the morning for a minute, and then I'll finish this project. Like, it's so nice. I just love it. Okay, actually, as an aside, so the beach is going to be down there. Once the sand is added, that's going to look so dope. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm already obsessed. So this right here, this lot, I want to figure out something to do with, because it has these, like, live oak, or these just oaks, and I want to, I don't know, I want to build like a, just like a really low slung restaurant somehow. I don't even know how. And I know there's like condos and stuff, so it would be like, but I just want like some sort of restaurant where you can walk up from the beach right here. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure yet, but that's a project for another day. Oh wow, look at this. I missed it. Okay, so let's go to where these villagers are. They all look at me like the audacity. Hey, you guys have a nice city to live in because of me, so shuddy yuddy. Move. Alright, 2 more sections, and then I think that this will be done finally. Well, we're not all the way done, but the base layer is done. Yeah, that's good. That's progress. These villagers are going to go from floating in the water to laying on a beach. And I'm going to build... I'm going to build stairs coming down from the seawall there. And to think I still got to go over and put sand all over this. Yay. Honestly, though, it's really not that bad because, like, I started... I forgot. Let's see it. No, I started streaming around 8, and I've done all this in 30 minutes, so I'll be able to do this quick tonight. That's why I like doing these live streams, just because it's, like, creating a video, because I don't want to make a like highly produced video for every single thing I do in Minecraft. I tried doing that for a while and I burned out, and then I just stopped making content because I was like, I hate my life. This is terrible. But when I can just do live streams and then people can go back and watch it and just see my technique and how I build things, and yeah, so these live streams are very mundane, but alright, so one thing I gotta do here, I'm noticing, is I've got to raise the seawall here along the canal a little bit. And ideally I need to come under this bridge, and that sounded really wrong. I need to go under this bridge and I need to put cobblestone and stuff so it looks better. There's not much I can say right now. And I'm not even monitoring the comments, I'm just gonna breeze past that. I laugh because when I monitor the comments, I see that one person's watching and that one person's me. All right, so the base layer is done. That's just it. So, okay, that's just so no, I don't really care that much. I was gonna make the beach a little bit bigger on this end, but so now the goal is to just go along and don't worry if you're not on the right. It'll just fall down anyways, so yeah. So this level of sand, like this, it's level with the water, is just meant to kind of evoke a, traditional beach settings where you just kind of gradually go into the water. I'm going to try to increase the render distance because I want to see more, and I don't think it'll mess up the live stream too much. It's only if I go to like 32 that it's an issue. But that's even an issue when I'm not live streaming. I wish that the render distance went up a lot more, and but I would need a computer to handle that. But it'd be cool because it'd be cool in certain neighborhoods to see like the skyline views and stuff, which in real life you'd be able to see, but in Minecraft it's just a totally different thing. But I just realized I thought it was too easy, you guys. There's a couple of spots that I missed. Okay. I'm gonna make it daytime. I don't like working in the water at night. Do you guys like the ocean? Anyone watching? Do you like swimming in the ocean? I like looking at it and smelling it and feeling the power of it all around me, but I don't like being in it. It's just not my thing at all. I like being in a pool where it's safe with a view of the ocean. I have a notepad at my desk that I'm gaming at right now because I am trying to like write down ideas I have for the channel to make it better. And I'm just thinking like me talking all throughout the stream, especially on ones where it's the middle of the week and people just aren't on. I wish I had like music to kind of fill the void when I'm not talking. So I'm going to figure out how to do that without getting in trouble and getting copyrights and stuff. Okay, some of these I'm going to... No, I need to just do it like this, actually. I want to try to follow the pattern, but it's... You know what? I'm going to go a little bit slow because I want to follow the pattern here. So I was laughing because I love how people make fun of me for playing Minecraft. And I'm in my 20s, and I have no shame. Absolutely none at all. Because then you'll have grown men who are in their 40s playing with Legos. And they're judging me. And I'm like, how is it any different, bro? At least mine, I can't drop and lose. At least even if my computer got stolen or something horrible happened, I may lose a few builds, but I'm not going to lose my world because I back everything up. In fact, I have this backed up on like 3 different hard drives because I'm not taking any chances. I've put too much time and energy into this. Honestly, I had a terrible scare like a year or 2 ago, and somehow I thought everything had gotten corrupted because I forgot what the situation was, but it wasn't looking good. And I was like, I made a vow, I'm like, if I lose everything, I'm never, ever playing Minecraft again. But then I really thought about it, and I'm like, no, I probably would just start over. Because I love it. It's like therapy to me after a long day of work and, you know, just relationships and stuff. It's just... It's nice to kind of go to somewhere mindless while also doing something semi-productive. At least I'm adding to my world, I guess. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go along the perimeter of, you know what, I'm just going to... I was going to make this lower part a little bit bigger, but then I have to go add grass block underneath, and I don't want to do all that. Okay, so over here, I'm going to leave this rooted dirt. I'm not going to put sand underneath it. I want it to look natural. I want it to look like, you know. Okay. So now I'm going to go along this wall, and then I'll start sectioning off, and then the goal is I've got to bring stairs down from this sidewalk up here down to the beach. So I'm going to probably create like 3 portals. So one right here, and then one like right here, and then over there people can just come down from the park. So just 2. That's what I'm big on when building beaches. I don't want like tons of entrances because I like those corners of beaches in real life that are quiet and tucked away. There's a beach near where I live, and it's really nice because you have to like hike down to it from the road, and it's a little bit busy when you get down the stairs to the beach, but if you just keep walking, there's like a little river that cuts through the beach, and if you can just go across it and get to the other side and then just keep going a little bit, the beach ends and there's like a cave at the end of the beach, and there's like big rocks in the water to lay on and stuff, and it's great. I love it, but I'll never tell where. You gotta find that out on your own. I'm gonna add a little bit of grass at the same level of the sand, and the reason why is because I want a few trees on the beach, like palm trees and maybe 1 spruce. Yeah. Maybe, let's see here. Wait, that's where I was gonna add. Okay. I'm actually going to do... Ooh, actually I have an idea for something that could be really pretty. I have a vision in mind. I think it'll work. Okay, so let's just do the rest in sand. I'm just excited about how this is going to change this area a lot. I'm going to start feeling a lot more inclined to build. But honestly, I've been wanting to build in El Costa a lot more lately. I've done so much in Del Rey and stuff lately, but hey Jordan Taylor, thank you for your view. Thank you for the beach. It's a work in progress. I have not hold on just a minute. Anyways, Jordan, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Let me once again turn on my comments here. Okay, thank you. So you're still watching. Yeah, I'm still working on this beach. It's not done yet. So this is kind of like the second part of a beach build series that I'm doing. And all you've missed if you're just tuning in is I put a base layer down because, as you know, like sand falls down in the water, so you got to build a base layer. So now what I'm going to do is section this off. Yeah, thank you. I've been building in Minecraft since 2012, so I have been building for a long time, and I've been building consistently all of that time, all except for 1 year. It's just it's a hobby at this point. Nice to meet you, Zach. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, so when like building a beach, I've been saying throughout the video, it's really best to section it off instead of just trying to fill it all at once. It feels less overwhelming that way. But these live streams, these are the tedious, humdrum, boring steps that I have to take to build the cities that I have. So here's a map of my city. As you can see, it's pretty big. But I guess that's what you get. And this isn't even... I actually was thinking about it a few nights ago. I didn't start building in this area until 2013. 2012 was some other cities that... I have a city called Mayfield that's ugly and flat, so I don't ever really build there. And then I have a snowy mountain city called Prestonwood. So those are the ones I've been building since 2012. But this one since 2013. But this one is by far my favorite. Like, it has everything. It's like California. It has mountains, oceans, forests, everything you want. Okay, I'm going to make it daytime because I'm not a fan of the night. What, bro? That's crazy. I've been playing Minecraft longer than you've been alive. That's crazy. You're making me feel really old. My nephews, I actually have 2 nephews, and they are... I think they're your age. I think they're like 8, and they play Minecraft. But they play a very different Minecraft than I do. They always, whenever I see them, they always show me. They're like, Uncle, look at this. And I'm like, yeah. I don't, they play, it's very different what they do. They do a side of Minecraft that I don't know anything about really. Like all of the, I mean, I have mine on peaceful mode. I don't deal with monsters. I've never done survival mode. So, like, all my buddies and stuff that play Minecraft, that's what they do. And so they don't understand me. I don't understand them. They're like, why do you do all this creative stuff? I'm like, it's fun. But it's just because I get ideas. Like, I get ideas for, you know, buildings and roadways and different things like that. And before I did Minecraft, I used to play SimCity, but I didn't really. I mean, SimCity was cool. Like, I liked it a lot at the time, but now looking back, there's so much that. Like, there's things that SimCity has that Minecraft doesn't, but there's also things Minecraft has that SimCity doesn't. And for me, what like usurps the reason that Minecraft, in my opinion, is better than SimCity is because you have more creative control over how everything looks. Like in SimCity, this roadway right here, you know, would have just been like a preset like thing, you know, pre-designed. But instead, I got to design this. There's actually a website called, as a tip to anyone watching that like wants to build cities and wants to plan their streets. I don't use it as much anymore, but there's a website called Streetcraft, and you can build streets, like design streets. You just have to go on there to see it. Like, it's hard to explain, but it kind of lets you, you know, play around with different designs, how big the median's going to be, if you want a turn lane, if you want just rail in the middle, like all kinds of different things. And so I don't even know how I discovered that, to be honest. Like, but I'm glad I did. I used to have a really cool mod back in 2015, 16 when I started making videos. I had a really cool mod that was traffic stuff. I mean, you can go way back and see it and hear my voice from high school. Feels like it hasn't changed. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. But yeah, I made this mod video, like mod review video on it. I forgot the name of the mod, but it was like traffic signals and like traffic lights. There was also power lines and just all kinds of like elements that make your city look more real. So it was kind of cool. But I learned my lesson with mods. I'm not gonna. I mean, I still have them like in my house tour video that I'm releasing tomorrow, which I'm shocked that I've never released like a personal house tour video. But I also move all the time because I can build whatever house I want. So like, I've lived all over this island, a little bit over here. I've never really been as much of a fan of this, even though I built everything over here and everything here in general. I have lived up here. I've not lived up here, but I currently live right there. And I've lived over here. So I'm surprised I've never done a personal house tour video. So I made sure that my house was nice and decorated. Because that's part of what I do in this channel is like interior design stuff in Minecraft. So you can bring your builds to life and make them look as realistic as possible. And I'm very happy with how the house turned out. The landscaping is good. The build is good. The interior design stuff is good. So I'm very, very happy about it. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow. That'll be a video. That won't be a live stream. I will probably be live streaming tomorrow, but I'm just going to release a video on my channel. So be on the lookout for that. But also, if you haven't checked out the shorts videos, I have a bunch of those. Those are tours of builds that are just not, they don't really need like a long form video. They just need a few like 30 seconds to showcase it. But builds where I like to explain the process and explain things, that's where I do normal like length videos. But these live streams are not meant to be entertaining. If you guys are entertained, then that's great, but they're not really meant to be. They're just meant to be me just doing this after a long day of work, and if people want to tune in, that's great. If they don't, that's great too. I'm not going to force you to watch my stuff. I don't play Roblox. I don't know anything about it. I mean, I know. I mean, I don't even really know what it's about, to be honest. Is it like Minecraft? Because I'm not sure. I get my friends are always like, "You should stream other video games," and I'm just like, "Why?" When I have perfectly good time to build more stuff in Minecraft. Growing up, I didn't really. I did some games. I did Mario. Like, I was like 7 or something when the Wii came out in 2006 or something. So, um, I did all that stuff. Wii Sports Resort and Mario Kart and, all those games. I used to have a DS. I used to have a GameCube. I had those little round game. I had a Game Boy, not round. I meant little square Game Boys. Um, so I used to play all that stuff, but I never I never had an Xbox. I did have a PlayStation, but I never used it, and I sold it. Um, so I wasn't really a big game guy. But then I found Minecraft, and I've just been obsessed ever since I discovered it. So, but I guess that's why it's I think the most popular game ever created, or it's like made the most money of any game ever created, or something. I saw a statistic somewhere, and I thought, well, I actually also saw they're making a new Minecraft movie, which I haven't even seen the first one, so I gotta watch that first one. Has anyone seen it, and is it good? If anyone's watching right now. You guys, look at this. Look how nice. Oh my gosh, look how nice this beach is coming together. The only thing I don't like that I wish um, I I mean I could do if I really wanted to, but I wish that it gradually tapered down into the water all the way to the sea floor here. And it can be done. It's just it just would take a whole Saturday to do. And that's I don't know, it's just to me not worth it, but I almost didn't stream tonight, but I'm trying to do it every night unless I'm just absolutely busy, and I couldn't last night or the night before. So I'm glad I can tonight, and I plan on being here tomorrow night. So I think tomorrow night I want to start working on expanding the subway tunnels and just the metro network. I've got to, so like this metro line right here that comes out from under the central island and goes above like this. And the reason why is this is all fill land, so this is just like water underneath this land. So, you know, you can't really build subways as easily with that. But I've got to finish this station, this one. I've got to build one down here. So honestly, like this weekend, that and then finishing this station over here on the central island and getting the station built, or it's already built but just opened up out here. I just got to lay track. I got to do a major, like, I got to do a series on metro upgrades because I haven't done a metro series since 2017 or 18, so it's been a while. So this whole little white line you see, it makes like a square. Like, just follow my cursor. It goes up the spine over here of the period, and then yeah. Anyways, it creates a loop. It's a subway. That was the last time I did like major that type of infrastructure in this region. So, and I have a lot planned. So stations here, I got to build 2 subterranean stations, one here in our city hall, one up here, and then eventually up there, but I won't worry about that right now. But then I got to build one over here. So I got to build 3 stations and then finish 3. So that's going to be the goal for the weekend. And it sounds like a lot, but it's really not that bad when you, I mean, I don't know. It's not to me. I'm so used to big builds that take a long time at this point that I'm just like, eh. I've done my quote. I've met my quota for socializing this week. I'm over people. I need to be alone in my own world, literally. Because I want to get, like, I do and I don't. I think it'd be so fun to get virtual reality glasses and play Minecraft with those on, but I also don't want to, like, I feel like that's the only way I'd ever want to play from now on is with those on, and I don't want to, you know, absolutely fry my eyes with those. So I think I'll pass. I'll just keep playing it on my laptop. Okay, so once this is all done with the sand, which let's say we have 3 more sections. We've done 4, so we're more than halfway done. So let's see, let's section this off. Let's do, this will be the first section right here. Actually, I think it may have to be 4 more sections or 3 really big ones. Let's do 4. It'll just make it easier. Okay. The end is in sight. I remember building an airport in Mayfield, in that other city that I was building in 2012. I remember thinking if I was trying to fill in the roof. Like, it's a huge building. I'll have to give you guys a tour. It's an old vintage 2012 airport. At least it's vintage in Minecraft, because think about how many Minecraft days have passed since 2012. That's like 30 years in Minecraft, so it's vintage. But yeah, so I'll have to give you guys a tour, but I remember thinking it was a good idea to like build the whole roof and going across like diagonally like this. And you know, honestly, I think I was onto something, because if I recall, it seemed to be a lot more enjoyable than going just around and around and around in a circle, or going up and down in rows to put the roof on. I'm disappointed. I won't talk too much about it, but like, I'm disappointed that I didn't build more in Mayfield because it was a cool city, and maybe I'll start building there now. It's just like I can only liken it to being in the U.S. It's like if you had your choice of being in Texas or California, well, I would choose California any day personally. I like the weather much better. And we don't talk politics on this channel, so we're just talking about the weather, we're talking about the beauty. California's way prettier, so. That's why I chose to build in the Hyperion Empire, which is this beautiful land here. That's why I chose to build here instead of on a flat prairie land, which is what Mayfield, that other city I've been telling you about, that's what that looks like. So, but I will say that I've thought about how it could be a nice city to build like really big projects because there's no like constraints like this. You know, I've tried to build all of this like a lot more, at least on these like main islands right here. I'm always going to build a bit denser, but once I start expanding out onto these lands, I'll start making the lots bigger for houses and the backyards bigger and keep the roads wider, so it'll be the suburbs essentially. But these islands, it's funny because this is almost like, it almost reminds me of New York, and I'm not like an East Coast guy at all. I'm West Coast through and through, but I am familiar enough with New York to know about the boroughs and stuff, and that's what this is like giving, is the boroughs. So it'll be cool once it's all built out, because I still have a lot, like all this stretch of land has to be developed. So you guys, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Oh gosh. I think one more. Oh my gosh, it's so violent. I think I didn't take my allergy pill today. But why am I having to take an allergy pill in summer? Oh. Because this is what you get on my live streams, just me venting about not taking an allergy pill. This is... If it were me, I would just mute me and turn on some music and just enjoy the builds. Because, yeah. Oh, nice. You have a PS4 and your brother has a Nintendo DS. That's cool. I used to have... That is actually... You mentioned the PS4. I actually did have one other gaming thing. I had a PSP. I don't know if they still make them, but this would have been 2008 that I got one. And it was a PlayStation... It was called a PlayStation Portable. And it had these little discs that you put in the back. And yeah, it just, the games were on these little discs, and it was, I liked it because it had a huge screen. I remember I had an Indiana Jones game on there that I loved. I mean, I played it so much. Like, I remember being in a movie when I first got it, like a movie theater with my family, and I was playing it, and the usher came up to me and was like, "Young man, you can't have that on in the movie." And I was so upset because I was just so into it. But yeah, I don't. And I actually, you know what? I actually still have that PSP. I'll have to. It's in storage. I don't have it accessible right now, but I'll have to get it sometime, and I'll post it on my community board or community notes or whatever that is. So yeah, I saw that they're making this second Minecraft movie, and the goal is to just keep building, keep posting videos, doing live streams, and have someone take notice, because in my real life I used to work in the entertainment industry, and I know a lot of people at networks and stuff, and so if I can have enough like followers and whatnot, to kind of give me some clout, then it'd be sweet if I could like design sets for the next upcoming Minecraft movie, which I believe they're making it into like an installment series, or like a whole series of movies. So fun fact, Mr. Doheny in the real world actually applied and got an interview and was a finalist for a job that is for a popular Minecraft YouTuber, and I would have been a set designer. But the problem is they told me that they do more like fantasy. They liked my work, but like I'm much more into realism, and you know, look at this place. I mean, I'm into realism and urban planning and architecture and that kind of stuff. I'm not into fantasy, mystical, like no judgment, but it's just not, I don't know it. So this YouTuber decided to give the job to someone else. And to be honest, like I would have had to move to a very expensive city where the rent is just, I mean, I'm not even worried about it being expensive, but it's an expensive city that I would not want to live in. So that was kind of a non-starter. And then they didn't offer. The pay was paltry. It was terrible, you guys. I was offended that they even slid that offer across the desk, because, like, come on. So, anywho, that being said, I don't work for anyone doing Minecraft, and I'm actually glad, because I want to always have complete creative control over my worlds. Like I will not let anyone build in my worlds. This is mine, 100% mine, because the world sucks, you guys, and so like having a place to go that's completely yours is so great, even if it is a game. Okay, so I just like casually finished the beach and didn't even make a big deal of it, which is fine. That's good, but now let's make a big deal of it. Look at this place. It's nice. I see a few things I want to do, though. You guys are probably like, what? Okay, so let me show you what the plan is here. So, okay, so I'm going to get a spruce, and most people know this. If you don't, then it's okay. There's the first time to learn everything, but now you're learning it. If you put 4 of those spruce together, it'll create a big spruce tree like this one right here. So I'm going to put one there, and then I'm going to put another one right here. And the idea is I want 2 nice spruce trees framing either side as you enter the beach. And then I'm going to put one more, like right, let's put it right here. Yeah, that's good. Or actually, let's see if I can do it like that. Okay. Okay, so before I get the bone meal and grow those trees, I gotta figure this out here. Okay, so I gotta get some stairs, and let's see, how is this gonna work? Okay, I think what I'm gonna have to do is this. I need to get, otherwise it's just too treacherous. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? You may be completely confused, but basically, just wait a minute, you'll see what I'm talking about. Let me go build the other one over here. So I want this portal over here to be right at the end of this crosswalk, because this crosswalk goes up to a path that goes up to restaurants. So like, let's just go walk up there. And I actually want to walk down like a coming to the beach. So what does this say? Refugio Village, Bauhaus Park. You guys, if I have like very strange names of things, it's just literally whenever I travel and stuff, like I just keep a list in my phone of names that I like in different cities, just of streets or parks or neighborhoods or whatever, and I will name things in Minecraft the same thing. So anyways, this path we just walked up comes up from the beach, and then you can go over here and there is a Mexican restaurant, a pizza shop, a grocery store, frozen yogurt, a coffee shop, I think a cell phone store, a bakery, so a bunch of stuff. Pool, a park, a gazebo. Okay, so back to our duty or task today. This beach. Okay, this is good. This one I'm going to make a little bit bigger than the other one, just because this is going to be like the main entrance to the beach. So I'm going to... Okay, so now got to get a stair, and you got to kind of when you do things diagonally in Minecraft, you got to get a little bit crazy here, but okay, so let's see, 3, 3. Okay, I'm happy with that. It's not, I'm going to be honest, it's not exactly what I wanted, but I'm happy with it. I mean, I should have known better. Like, I don't know what I was expecting, but it looks good. Let's get the trees and get some, let's get the spruce trees. So what I am going to do is, I'm going to put the sand actually like this. So when people come down, they walk onto the sand and not into grass. So they actually feel like I'm at the beach. Okay, so so what I want to do is I want to get bone meal, and I want to put, so the reason I'm doing that is because I want it to have like a, like, you know how the beach sometimes like has like a bunch of grass and stuff just like growing in the sand, and like that's the kind of vibe I'm going for, but then with trees coming out. So let me go down to this end of the beach. You know what? I can't do it down here because of the rooted dirt, and I'm just going to leave it the way it is. So now let's go grow these spruce trees. Sometimes they're finicky and you have to destroy. Sometimes trees, if they're not growing, just destroy the blocks around them. Okay, clearly. Okay, hold on. It's too close to something. It's not doing it because it's too close to the wall or something, so still not doing it. Okay, maybe it's because of that. There we go. Okay, so that's fine. I really wanted, see how the grass stayed on top of the rooted dirt, but once it's rooted you can't grow that grass, so that's why I was trying to do it before, but oh well. It's so irritating. It doesn't grow. I swear, if this is too close, this is stupid. I'm going to end up destroying all this grass, and then it's just going to, all for nothing. Okay, so in this case, I'm not going to fight with it all night. I'm just going to do this. Hopefully it grows now. There we go. I hate when they come out like that. But at the same time, I don't want super bushy, like, no, I don't like this. This needs to be burned. So what I do in this case, when it literally is like this ugly little thing on the end of a stump, is just put it under there again and do it again, and now it looks even worse. So what I do, I used to like burn it down and do all this crap, but actually to give myself a better looking tree, don't even check, just a couple of times do the same thing, then destroy it, and just, even when it grows all around you like that, just destroy it again. Oh, shoot, I hate when that happens when it, okay. No. Okay, so spruce. Okay. And then let's do this 2 more times. And there's a reason for this. It's because all the different shapes that this spruce tree can take will have created one full tree. And now it's a tree that looks kind of unique. And I mean, I don't love it. Like, I don't love how this is, but you know what? It's its own thing. So, and now I'm going to move the spruce trees over here a little bit farther over here, so it's not so close to this other massive one. So ooh, it's testing me. It doesn't want to work. It's irritating you guys. Okay, let's just let's see. Okay, remember this one doesn't like the stuff. Yep, see, sure enough. Okay, I am actually very pleased with how, yeah, that looks good. I like those pine trees on the beach. Now, time for palm trees. So the way I do palm trees is I'm going to grab a jungle log and I'm going to place this one. I don't want to place it like too perfectly in the middle, so I'm going to place this one just randomly, and then you want to do 3 like things like that, if that makes sense, and move on to the next one. This one is going to be, poor little yellow flower, never stood a chance. So you can go in any direction you want. So I'm going to go this way, and you can go as tall as you want. And then I think I'll do one more, or no, you know what? I'm going to do 2 more right here, but I'm going to do them like kind of in like the in and out style, and have them like planted. I mean, in and out does like an X, and I have done that before, but it's not my favorite thing ever. So this one has to be quite a bit taller than that one, and I'll show you why. So I'm going to put one down here too. I just feel like, I just feel like it needs it. Yeah, let's put it over here more. Okay, so now I'm going to get jungle leaves. And you're just going to do a 3x3 square on the top, and then you're going to come out 2 on the middle block on each side, come down 3, come down 3, and on the third block then go out 1, then come down another 3. I think I did a shorts video, or maybe even a long form video back in like 2016 on this, because I had to learn. There was a mod that I had when I was like 17 or something, and I are no younger than that. It was called the More Trees mod, and it had palm trees, but they were just flat and very nondescript, and they did not look like this. Oh, and so what I also just did is like, no, you saw, just watch me do this enough and you'll start to learn the repetition. You guys, I just leaned back in my chair. I thought snapped. It was like, you know, when you like lock your desk chair and then you unlock it, like it was not fully locked, but also not fully unlocked either. So I almost fell back and hit my head. You guys, when I was a kid, I fell down a hole and hit my head, and a watering can fell on me. So you're probably like, what? So I remember watching The Fairly Odd Parents, and it was the LeBron James episode. Rest in peace. And wait, is he still alive? No. Which one died in the helicopter accident? Anyways, there was an episode about a basketball player, okay, on The Fairly Odd Parents, and my mom came into the living room and was like, you need to go and water the flowers outside. And I'm just like, okay. So I said, can I do it on commercial break? And so she's like, sure. So I went during commercial break, and I got the watering can, and we had just moved into this house. It was a new house, and my dad was digging, like, he had dug a hole for the irrigation, and I got distracted while I was walking from the backyard to the front yard holding this heavy, full watering can. I got distracted by, like, like a unique plane or something, or a helicopter. And so I looked up. When I looked up, I didn't realize that I stepped right into the hole. So I accidentally stepped right into that hole, and I went tumbling down. And it was a deep hole. It was like, I mean, I was only like, 5 at the time, so I was very young. But it was a deep hole. It was probably like at least 6 feet down there, or 7. I mean, it was way down there. And I fell down head first, hit my head on a knob down at the bottom, got a huge knot, cracked open my skull a little bit, had to get stitches, had to get like tests and stuff. Oh, jeez. So that's what's wrong with me. That's the long way of saying that. Now you guys know. Now you guys know why I build something. I knocked something into place and got a Minecraft bug in my head. I don't know. Even though when that happened, that was at that point. Let's see, this would have been 2004, and Minecraft wasn't released until 2009. So this was 5 years before Minecraft. I had actually never even heard of Minecraft until my cousin introduced me to it. I went to visit some family for one of my cousin's weddings, and probably my favorite cousin on my mom's side, he introduced me to Minecraft, and he doesn't even play it anymore, I don't think. But I just ran with it. And what's so funny is I remember when I was first introduced to it, I just was obsessed. So I was like, I bought it and I was playing it at their house for a while, and then I went to see my brother, who also lived in the same city, and I went and showed him. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just got shown this game, and it's super cool. I've never heard of it. I think I'm gonna love it. My brother was like, well, be careful or you're gonna get addicted to it. And meanwhile, here I am. That was 2012, so here I am 13 years later, and I'm a Minecraft YouTuber streaming on a Thursday night. So, I am addicted. I am a fiend for Minecraft, but still a productive member of society. A person can have a hobby. I actually saw one time that some guy that like worked for the government, he at night, like he worked in DC, and he would at night go home and like make exact replicas of like government buildings and stuff, and he actually, I think, got in trouble or something because it was so detailed. Okay, so you guys, if you're just now tuning in, I've been working on a beach tonight, and it is finished. So let's go ahead and look at this. So I don't have a name for this beach or this park. I guess Toluca Beach. I don't know, because on this, so this road right here is the border. Over here is Costa. Over here is Toluca. So let's check it out. So you got this nice park right here with a pier, and you also have access from this park to, kind of from this park, but there are bike trails that go all through the hills and along the coast. But over here, let's go check out this beach. So you can go down that way. You can just step off the park onto the beach and just walk down, and you can now see, it's not perfect. I'm trying to, like, there's some things I want to kind of smooth out a little bit, but that's just part of the process. Yeah, there's just some rough edges that I don't care for. Like, this needs to be like that, and then this has two square. You guys, this is, I'm coming to learn this is my brand. I start to show off a project, and then I see so many things that need to be fixed. Okay. Much better, I think. I don't like this. I just don't like when it's hard. It's hard to explain what I'm seeing in my head, but I don't like. But that's better. So here we are. Here's the beach. I like it. Now for the real test. I want to see it on a map. Oh, so good. So I've recently built this beach, and then I'm not going to build beach along here, but over in this corner I am. This, I'm going to keep natural all through this little bay right here. I probably will add, no, I'm definitely, like, for sure going to add beach out here. And this is going to be a cool beach because it's going to stick way out. This is going to be a sick neighborhood. I already love it. I have built 4 buildings and infrastructure. That's Edgewater. That's a brand new neighborhood. So you guys are choosing to tune in at a good time. Now, to give it some more charm, if you will, let's go ahead and add some light posts. So, like, right there. Is this? Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's add some on either side of the stairs there. We don't have to add a ton, but I just think that, like, along, like, walking paths. Let me say that again. Walking paths along the water. I don't know. San Francisco has this kind of vibe near the bridge, near the the bay. Okay, so I want this to be exactly centered. So hold on, bear with me, guys. Is this centered between that one and this is center right here? As you can imagine, after building in Minecraft for 13 years, you get a good eye for stuff. And this needs to go like that. And this needs to go like that. And then I'm just going to put this one here. Okay, so now I'm going to get a glowstone. I'm just going to do glowstone. Nothing fancy, no special way of doing it, just like this. Except something's going to drive me crazy. Hold on. I gotta fix something. No, yeah, I gotta fix it. It's going to drive me nuts. This just doesn't look right. I can't explain it, but it just doesn't. Yeah, that feels better. I don't know what it is about it. Before, I just didn't like it. You guys, as you can tell, I'm very particular about how my cities are. Look, I can't control how the cities in real life look, you know? I mean, you can, but you can't, you know? When you try, you are up against zoning and all kinds of real-world adult things that suck, so... oh yeah, that's nice. So, let's see. Time, set, night. I gotta see this at night. I feel like the nighttime... Ah, yes, look at that. Imagine you're out with your friends, having a nice bonfire on the beach. You're chilling, looking at the pier and the skyline-ish. Looking at the city tower above on the cliffs over the water. I'm very happy. Very, very happy. And then it's going to be nice for these builds eventually. As you can see, I have the framing of this one, but like this is going to be a condo, so it'll have this nice beach view. Oh, I love it. You guys, it came out great. It just looks so much more complete now. And then like, well, here's one. Okay, so let's go to this apartment up here. I need to finish this project. I got stalled on the stairs. It's a whole thing. Yeah. If you want to just look at this and try to reverse engineer and see where I got stuck, it's a thing. But I'll get it fixed. I always do finished projects. It just sometimes takes time. But I do have one finished, so let's pretend like this building is finished and we're going up the stairs and we get to the top floor. I just want to see the beach from this particular unit here. I love it. That's so nice. Yep, that made it for sure. Actually, I think it would look better. The beach would look better from maybe this level right here. I feel like you can see it best from this level. like you're too high up here and you're too low down there. This middle level is perfect, but I'm very happy with it. Very, very, very happy. So, I'm going to fly around for a bit, but I don't really have anything else I want to build tonight. But I just want to cruise around the Hyperion Empire, so I'm going to do that. Hello, Margaret. I just saw your comment. Hello. Welcome. And now no one's here, so... Or maybe you are. I don't know. My phone's acting weird. It's not picking up my stream. But, yeah, so... Before I go, let me show you... kind of... I'm getting tired. It's almost 10 where I am, and I've had a long day. But, okay, so... This is what I got to work on. So let me just show you this project. This is what I'm going to work on this weekend. I got to do it. I got to stop putting it off. So I need to build a station right here. It will be a station with the stop on the roof. And then below will probably be stores and then ticketing and things like that. And then I've got to build the proper infrastructure to basically... go through this mountain. I believe I've blasted it all already, and I've even put down the... Oh, look at that. I've even prepped the ground for the most part, but then I stopped down here. That's right. So I got to build this, and even that, and then I got to blast out this land to the left and build the tunnel all the way through here to about right here and create a station, and then put buildings on top of it and use this as a stop for this neighborhood, which be still my heart. I love this neighborhood already. It's coming out so nice. I just hope it, like, I like all the architecture, you know, because I just experiment, you know. All this is just in my head. Like, I didn't, you know, I mean, of course I draw inspiration from the real world, but like, this is all my stuff, you know, so gotta do that. But, yeah, so this subway goes underneath this mountain right here. Ooh, wait, hold on. I gotta see the beach from the top floor of this building over here. But yeah, there's just a few more subway stops and stuff. Nothing too exciting, so. But hold on, I gotta see. I gotta do this. I gotta finish this building. This will be a nice building. Oh my gosh, that's so, like, anticlimactic. I can't even see it. Hold on. It may get super laggy here, you guys, so just bear with me. I just want to see the view of the beach from the top floor of this particular building, because this building is not only the tallest in... Well, it's not the tallest in where that one is, but this one is impressive because it was kind of built on the top of a hill, so... Okay. If I'm going to just go to the home screen here. Wait, okay. You guys, I'm so sorry. I'm exhausted. I need to go to bed soon. Okay. I love it. I freaking love it. Ooh, I want to go down to the pier. Let's go look at the pier. So, again, big into transit and not just... Okay, let me rephrase that. I'm big into multiple modes of transportation available. I like walking paths. I like bike paths. I like roads. I like roads. I was hoping that'd go a lot faster, but it's lagging terribly. I like streetcars. I like subways. They all have their purpose. None of them is an enemy, but let's tell that to our politicians in the U.S. They need to hear that louder. Because either people are all for, like, walkable transit or they're all for cars, and there's never a happy medium. I'm like, let's do both. We can build cities. I've proven that we can build cities where you can have both. Okay, oh my gosh, I'm loving how the coastline is looking out here. This is honestly my favorite coastline in all of the Hyperion Empire, because it just, you have all these little mountains that are like snowy peaks sticking up, and that view over there will always look like that. There's never going to be any building over there that will compromise those views. I did that intentionally. I kept hold on. You guys, I gotta decrease the render distance. You know, it's crazy. I just realized I didn't even look off to the right when I was on the pier to look at the beach. Oh, wait. No, I did. I did. I'm just getting that tired, you guys. But, okay, yeah, that looks sick. I'm really liking how all this is looking. Now my next challenge, eventually, after the subway line, which I want to complete that this weekend, but I got to figure out buildings to put right here. I don't know if I think I want to put 2, and then I want to put something here and something here. But maybe this one will stay empty. I don't know. But anyways, let's take one last stroll or cruise along the beach here, and I have to take this to get to my house anyways in Minecraft, and I have this like weird, I don't know why I just said to make the weather clear, and I'm trying to do it again to see the even crazier part. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Night. Okay. I forgot what I was saying, but yeah, I have to take this to get, oh, what I was saying is I always in Minecraft make sure to put myself, my person, my avatar, whatever, to bed. So I always wait. So whenever I log into Minecraft the next day, I'm always in my own Minecraft house. But beach off to the right here, I'm just stoked. I love it. I love how it turned out. It's perfect. Very, very happy. And so here we are in, what did I call this? Something village? What was it again? Refugio village. For those of you that are California viewers, you probably are starting to know where I'm from because all the names probably sound familiar to you. Refugio, Doheny, Palisade, Alcosta, Toluca, these are all California names, you guys. Hyperion, all these are California names. Mostly SoCal, but some Bay Area. Look, I'm from all over the state, so there's some representation. My family's from all over, and it's just a thing. But anyways, home sweet home, you guys. I would take you inside, but I have a video coming out tomorrow that is going to give you a big grand tour of this beautiful decorated house right on the water. You guys, it's right on the water when I say it's right here. I mean, you would never guess from the street. I love it so much. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please smash the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Tune in every time I'm live. Watch all my videos. Become super fans. And someday I'll be at VidCon and I will be able to meet you guys. I'll do a face reveal then. I'm not going to do a face reveal until I'm invited to VidCon or making a stupid amount of money from this, you guys. But if that doesn't happen, then you're never going to know. And this is just a hobby. And enjoy what you can. So, with that being said, you guys, have a wonderful day, evening, whatever time it is where you are. Have a good one. I will see you guys in the next one. Mr. Doheny is out.